Hello from Myrtle Beach. We're going to take you on a drive down Ocean Boulevard, show you the hotels, the restaurants, the entertainment, and everything it has to offer. And just a quick thing to point out right here, this is the new Holiday Inn Vacation Club resort they're building. It is going to be massive. They are making a lot of progress on that. And then here's Damon's, which is some great oceanfront dining. If you're new here, we cover everything Myrtle Beach and the surrounding area. We welcome you. And if you're a return viewer, welcome back. Glad you could join us today. Now sit back and relax, and we are going to take you down Ocean Boulevard and talk about things as we go. So you can see we've got a slightly overcast day today, but the weather is still nice, still in the 60s. The weather here is fairly mild, and if you're interested in details about the weather here for all 4 seasons, just click on the playlist in the description below about Myrtle Beach weather. We cover everything for spring, winter, fall, and summer. So this is the very southmost end of Ocean Boulevard. We're northbound right now, and there are a lot of good resorts down here. We actually, I think, just passed the we're right here at it. The Residence Inn by Marriott. This is not sponsored by them, but we do recommend that resort. It's pricey, but we've stayed there a couple of times last year and really enjoyed it. And we've got videos about that, which I will try to remember to link in the description below, but you can look those up on our channel. We've got one that gives you an overview of the resort and an oceanfront room, and then we also have an ocean view room, which is pretty cool because you get views of Ocean Boulevard, which at night can be a lot of fun to watch all the people going by, the cars going by. So it's kind of the best of both worlds. Also, it's a little cheaper than pure oceanfront. Over here is Compass Cove. Let's take a look at this and see if they've made progress fixing things since the hurricane. I noticed a little bit of stuff going on there before, but it's looking good now. And we do give that recommendation, even though it's been, several weeks now, always call ahead to your resort and make sure, especially if it's like a rental house or that kind of thing and not a major name brand resort, definitely check and make sure everything is good before you come down. It's always a good idea. We are coming in to the holiday season. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be the Festival of the Trees at Ripley's Aquarium. They're going to have some lights and other things going on the Boardwalk, which is going to be cool. And of course, all the major retail locations are going to decorate. You'll have Christmas decorations and tree lighting at Barefoot Landing, at Broadway at the beach. And also, if you ever go to Coastal Grand Mall, they're going to have a lot of Christmas decorations. So lots of festivities, and then there's all kinds of Christmas festivals. So if you are coming during, and I'm not talking about just Christmas week, I mean any time between now and the end of the year, go ahead and search, Christmas Myrtle Beach, and all kinds of things will come up. Lots to do this time of the year. Our favorite thing, I think, is Ripley's Aquarium's Festival of the Trees. It is great. They have a tree for every state and a few other trees. And they're decorated with items from that state, and it just looks great because the aquarium's dark to show off the fish, so it really makes the Christmas trees pop. Yeah, it's pretty. If you couldn't hear Brian, it's 11 a.m. and it's really quiet today. It's very windy today, so maybe that has people doing indoor activities, but I mean the weather's nice. It's like mid-60s. And despite the clouds, there's no chance of rain today. It's just overcast. You can even see some blue skies over there. So, don't know why it's so quiet today. As you can see, those guys are wearing shorts. I mean, it's not cold by any means. But there are high wind gusts today, so maybe that's keeping people in. I don't know. No, it's definitely not that cold. There's no need for a toboggan despite that person that just went by. It is. I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt just to put it in perspective. Coming up here in front of us where you see the large roller coaster, that is Family Kingdom, which is a family-oriented amusement park. The name is very appropriate. And they are closed for the season. You can see the Ferris wheel has no cars on it, but they will reopen in 2023 at some point in the spring. You can check their website for details if you are interested in that. a lot of attractions do not close. This is one of the few that does for the off season, so to speak. Myrtle Beach considers the main tourist season from Memorial Day to Labor Day, but they actually start charging for parking March 1st through the end of October, through October 31st. So to me, the off season for sure is November through February. However, a lot of you will ask me, are the rates great that time of the year? The rates are better that time of the year, but they are not great. There are no great rates anymore. A lot of you have said you've gone to renting houses because that's a little more affordable, or condos from, I guess, private individuals or like Airbnb or Vrbo, something like that. But if you're going to do like an oceanfront hotel, like a full-on resort, it's not cheap even in the off season. It's less, but it's not, I wouldn't call it cheap. Also, if you're looking for a more affordable place to stay and you enjoy Broadway at the beach, we always recommend staying there at the Hampton Inn. We have stayed there more than several times now. I've lost count. And we really enjoy that. It's just great to go out there and walk around. You're still only a little over a mile from the beach. So you're not far from the beach. And you've got all that entertainment right there, right outside of your hotel. Again, not sponsored by Hampton Inn, just some place that we actually personally like. We do get a lot of questions about what hotel should I stay at, or can you recommend a hotel? Here's the Wicked Tuna and the 2nd Avenue Pier, right over here. And the 2nd Avenue Pier is the beginning of the boardwalk, but we'll get up to the main boardwalk area in a minute. But back to hotels. We've only stayed a very few since we live here, and so the best bet is to check the comments in videos like this, because people will leave comments about their favorite resort. So if you have a favorite, leave it in the comments, please. We really appreciate that. It helps other viewers. Other recommendation is to look at tripadvisor.com and check them out, because those are, real people leaving real reviews. I do recommend not just looking at the star rating, but actually reading some of the reviews. That's usually when you get more detailed information, which is helpful.
Surf is bonkers.
Oh yeah, you can see from this high wind, I don't know how well it'll show up, there are whitecaps way out in the ocean. It is very, very windy and very rough surf today. Got a big Bud Light truck here in the middle. Bud Light seems to be the drink of choice here. We see so many people drinking Bud Light. If you have a favorite beer, leave it in the comments below. Brian enjoys a good beer. He's more into craft beer type beer, but he does enjoy the beer. I am not a beer drinker. I like other drinks, but not beer. Not my thing. Still keep wondering what's going to happen here. It looked like they were doing some stuff, and I see some wood piled there, but no announcements on what's coming there. It's a great spot for a restaurant or something. And here you can see they keep expanding the new pedestrian railing. Looks really nice. That keeps getting further and further down. And then over here you might be able to see the water better. There's the boardwalk, the main boardwalk area. And they're starting to get the Christmas stuff out. They're gonna have a paid walk through Christmas over here on this side, but they're also going to have something on the boardwalk that I think is free. We will definitely confirm that once we know for sure. We've got Ripley's Believe It or Not, so they've taken down the facade. Thank you to everyone who corrected me saying that wrong. I do know how to say it. I don't know why I said it the way I did if you saw our hurricane video. But anyway, they have taken down the facade and started work on it, because a big chunk of that was torn off by Ian. We've got some of the restaurants and establishments here. The coffee shop right there, if you're familiar with it, is shutting down. I believe the people who owned it are just retiring. It's not for any bad reasons, so it'll be interesting to see what comes there. We'll definitely keep you posted. So this is where there's multiple arcades, multiple gift shops, multiple Ripley's attractions, just so much to do here packed in this little area. So short of going to a big entertainment area like Broadway at the beach or Barefoot Landing, this is where you're going to have a concentration of attractions. Like there's Ripley's Haunted Adventure. We've got the Gay Dolphin over here on the right. and the Skywheel, which we love. We do have a video of the Skywheel, a complete ride on that, so if you're interested in that, I'll link that in the description below. And there's also, oh, and here's Plyler Park. This is a beautiful park right over here, really pretty. And then also we have some extreme rides over here on the left, if you're into that. Broadway has some thrill rides as well, Broadway at the beach, but not quite as extreme as these. These are definitely the most extreme rides I'm aware of here in the Myrtle Beach area. Even the Beach House Bar and Grill doesn't have anyone sitting outside, and they typically open at 11 unless they've changed their hours. Of course, with this wind, maybe people are opting to sit inside, but usually their porch is pretty packed. Here is the Funplex. This is a small amusement park that has both family-friendly and thrill rides, so both types of rides. So as you can see, Ocean Boulevard has a lot of stuff to do. What's your favorite thing on Ocean Boulevard? And what's your favorite thing about these Ocean Boulevard Drive videos? I know they're popular. I'm just curious what you like to see when you watch them. Is it looking for your resort? Is it seeing what the attractions are and the restaurants? Is there anything you wish we would cover when we do these that we're not? Leave us a comment and let us know. And if you're enjoying this, give it a thumbs up. We really appreciate that. That helps us out. Again, here's some people dressed like it's like 30 degrees. I don't get that. Yeah, Brian just said maybe they're from Florida, so this is cold to them. I don't know. Those of you who are new may not know, we just moved here from North Carolina this year, but we've had a second home here for probably 20 years. And the weather where we moved from was not greatly different than the weather here. It's slightly warmer here, but not a huge difference. We're talking in a given day, maybe a 5-degree difference and maybe no difference. So the weather, we're pretty used to this weather. Meaning we're not from the north. I guess we're one state north, but we're not from a much colder climate, and yet we still find 60s very pleasant. I guess let us know that in the comments. Would you need a winter coat and a toboggan if it was, let's see, 63 degrees? I just checked. It's exactly 63. Oh, and also over here, this Courtyard by Marriott and Spring Hill Suites by Marriott, this giant tower directly to my right is fairly new. It just opened this year, and we have not stayed there yet, but we have always had good luck with Marriott resorts. The fact they're new, they're probably nice as well. We have not stayed there because they are very expensive, I guess because they're new, because typically, well, they're oceanfront for one thing, and then also new. I checked the pricing and I was like, nope, not doing that yet. If they come down, get more reasonable, maybe we'll do a staycation sometime so we can give you a review. I would like to go in there and just look around sometime, so maybe we'll try to at least do that, like check out the lobby and that kind of thing. Some hotels allow that and some don't. We've gotten a lot of requests for that, and on these oceanfront resorts, they're very funny about people walking around that don't belong there, and it's for good reason, security. I mean, you want to be secure when you're on vacation, so that's not always possible, but you know, if we get a chance, we will definitely do it. And then this area always interests me. You would think you'd have all these giant resorts right next to the boardwalk, but no, they're a little further north. And then you've got these like super tall mega resorts, sort of one right after the other. And people always ask me, should I stay at the north end? Should I stay at the boardwalk? Should I stay at the south end? And over here is a putt-putt. It's like the only putt-putt right on Ocean Boulevard. We have not played that one, but it's there if you're interested. That's really a lot of personal preference. If you want to be in the heart of the action, you might want to stay near the boardwalk, but you're going to pay top dollar for that. And you're also going to have to deal with a lot of people. If you want a little quieter and, you know, potentially a little safer, that's debatable, of course. The northern end is probably your best bet, which is where we're at now. And then we've stayed on the southern end most recently at the Marriott, and we really enjoyed it. We didn't have any issues there, and it's a little quieter at the southernmost end as well. Another giant resort here. It's good to see, even since the last time we did this drive, things are looking much better. You can tell They've done a lot of work getting things put back to normal, which is really great to see. And coming up here on the right is the Sea Captain's House, which is a somewhat famous in the local area seafood restaurant, and they have an outdoor bar. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to click on the video on your screen right now and click subscribe so you won't miss anything new. Thanks so much for watching. Until our next adventure.